What's going on, guys? My name is Charles Pike. Welcome back to Pike TV. We're doing things a little different. Seems like things are different all the time now, but I wanted this to be the first episode of Pike Speaks. It'll be kind of like the CarCast, but I'll do it here in my room. I've got a little bit more stuff to go off of. I don't have a laptop, so I can't search anything on a laptop. So I've got my Xbox pulled up, and I've got my old Facebook. Not old Facebook account, but my old Facebook posts. And I found it very interesting, before we get into the topic that I wanted to talk about today, I found it very interesting. I went back to December of 2010, and I kind of remember this time. It was a time when I was posting a lot of quotes. There were Carpe Diem quotes, and which that means seize the day. And so I kind of wanted to, with current events happening and everything, and a lot of people need to kind of get these quotes, hear these quotes, and seize the day, which is Carpe Diem. But my first quote I've got up here pulled up is, "Life is not lost by dying. Life is lost minute by minute, day by dragging day, in all the thousand small, uncaring ways." And that quote was said by Stephen Vincent Benet. And that is a Carpe Diem quote that I really liked, that I posted on there. And if we actually scroll down, I've got another one here, another quote that I posted. "Don't be fooled by the calendar. There are only as many days in the year as you make use of." And I notice as I get older, I don't really make use of my days. Basically, I'm on vacation this week, as I'm recording this, and probably a few more videos for the week and a couple weeks coming. But I'm on vacation, and I'm not really using these days to do anything. And actually looking at this quote now has me thinking that, maybe I should do something with my days. I definitely have to clean my room, my bathroom. I want to hang out with friends if they want to hang out with me. But I do really like that quote. You have to really seize the moment, seize the day. Carpe diem, of course, what that means. And I don't seize the day. I try to make use of every day. I try to do as much as I can, but just sometimes it doesn't work out like that at all. And that's one thing I struggle with, and that's one thing I probably need to work on, is seizing the day, seize the moment, because your future is not yet written, and people are dying every day. We're obviously seeing that in today's climate, but people are just they're dying, and they don't necessarily expect to die that day. Of course, nobody expects to die, but it does happen, and we just need to take the time to really appreciate what we have. These times right now are the roughest times that I've been alive for. I know that my family has gone through rough times back, obviously before I was born. Let's scroll down here, take a look at another one. Okay, this one here, by Robert Brault. It says, "Life is short, God's way of encouraging a bit of focus." Life is short. Like I said, you don't know if you'll die tomorrow. You don't know if you'll see tomorrow. You could go in your sleep, or you could go wake up in the morning, start your day, and halfway through it could end. You don't know. Life is short. You gotta live for the moment. And so basically, what I wanted to what I wanted to talk about was childhood memories, and of course, any childhood memory that you guys might have had. If you want to leave them in the comments. But one childhood memory that I miss more than anything is all the fun that I used to have with my cousins. The last cousin, one of my cousins, was in the last video of him trying to put together, or trying to unfold a chair. I didn't get the good parts of the video, of course, but I did get the part where he almost falls. So, but him and I and my other cousin, which would be his brother, we used to play Spies a lot. And basically what we would do is during like family cookouts and family get-togethers and all that, the three of us would get together, and we were probably like, I think I was 10, and then the other two were younger than me. I won't even begin to guess how old they were, because I'm bad with ages, I'm bad with numbers. So, but no, we would get together, the three of us, and we were best friends back then. And I still talked to, obviously, the cousin from the last video. Him and I talk not on a regular basis, but we have seen each other a lot more these past couple years, actually. But yeah, we used to play Spies, and basically what we would do is we'd get together during like family cookout, birthday party, all that, and we would sneak around the house. And sometimes we would have walkie-talkies, or we would just kind of yell to each other. But we would play Spies, and we would kind of roll around the house, and we would try to make sure that the grown-ups didn't see us and all this. And my grandma actually had this one of those motor cars, the things with the batteries and the kids driving there or whatever. And what we would do is we would drive around in that, and I still remember to this day being able to fit in that. Obviously, I can't fit in it now. So we would do that. Sometimes we would have like a little toy gun or something, the ones that shoot those little rubber darts. Nerf wasn't really that big back when we were kids. We didn't have them. It was more going to the dollar store and getting those little cheapy toys that, you know, just shot the little sticky dart. And we would use those. I remember always like getting the sets that had the pistol, and it had like the badge and the nightstick, and there was an army one that had like a canteen and some other stuff with it. I can't even remember, but those were always my most enjoyed memories as a kid, obviously, because it was just, your imagination runs wild. You know, you're not stuck to just, you know, I'm an adult, and so my fun now is making videos or playing a game. And a lot of these days, or a lot of times nowadays, you don't see that as much. You don't see the kids going out and having fun. You know, they're stuck on their laptops or their iPads or Xboxes, PlayStations, whatever it may be. I didn't have a phone until I was 20. No, I had a phone at 18, but I didn't have it bought for me. I had to get a job myself, and I had to buy my own phone. And so, you know, these kids, they're growing up basically without an imagination. And I strive on imagination. I used to play with action figures all the time, and little secret about me, may find it weird or whatever, but I played with action figures up until the time I was about 18, 19, around there, because I didn't have a lot of friends. I mean, I had the neighborhood friends. Actually, they all moved out before I even turned 16. They moved out before high school ended, and so I didn't really have the neighborhood friends anymore. And, you know, I didn't hang out with friends from school that much. Um, we did have a lot of fun though when we did hang out, and I miss those times. And there was actually a memory on there that had popped up from us. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, that's not important. That's another video. But you know, the kids these days, their imagination, that is what fueled me as a child, and wanted me to get out in the world, is that imagination. It made me want to create. It made me want to be an actor, a voice actor, which, as some of you that know me, I do voices. Obviously, the guy from A Dutchland was a voice that I did. I enjoy doing voices, and I started that as a child. I did that at a young age, and it was something that always entertained me, I guess. There were times when we had our answering machine on the wall, and I would do like these wacky messages. And I remember even one time I had fooled my mom into thinking that somebody was calling for our dad on the phone, because I could change my voice and it wouldn't sound like me. And so I used to leave these things on the answering machine because I didn't have a phone, and we didn't have microphones for our computer, so I couldn't do them on the computer. So this was my only outlet, was this answering machine that I could record messages on. And so basically I would get on there and I would do it like Beetlejuice or something like that. And so it'd be Beetlejuice talking in like a talk show with like Peter Griffin or something like that. Just one voice that everybody wants me to do and everybody likes me doing is my Stewie. I think my Stewie is really good. And I've done a few videos where I've recorded myself in my own bedroom, and I've done all these voices, and they're all talking together. And so, you know, I use these voices or whatever to entertain myself. Even to this day, before I started doing the channel, I would do these voices, record them, and delete the video as soon as I listened back to them. Which, looking back on it, I probably should have recorded, or I should have kept those recordings and sent them out to my friend who does a lot of editing. I've mentioned her before. She actually went to school for editing, and so I should have sent those to her and had her kind of put those with pictures or whatever of the character that was popping up and talking. And even Kermit the Frog came up a few times. Of course, my Kermit kind of sounds like a little Ray Romano in there, and a little Seth MacFarlane when Seth MacFarlane does Kermit the Frog. A lot of times it is very hard for me to do those voices in front of people because it does embarrass me. And even posting this video now, whenever I do decide to post this video, it just, I don't know, it makes me nervous. And you know, if I wanted to be a voice actor, if I wanted to be an actor, and even doing this, I gotta learn to get over that hill and, you know, stop being so embarrassed about it. Just do the voices. And so that all comes back to imagination as a child. You know, you have that imagination as a kid, and it, you know, it resonates back with you as an adult. And a lot of these content creators and actors and actresses and just all that, it all comes down to what your childhood is like. So if you have a child, make sure that their childhood is full of imagination. You know, you've seen those videos all over Facebook of the kid jumping around on the couch, and his dad has gone in and edited the video to make it look like he was jumping over lava. So he was playing The Floor is Lava with the couch and all that, and so his dad was able to edit it, and that just, what it showed was basically that's what the kid is imagining that he's seeing right there. And so the dad is putting that into motion into the video. And same thing with I think it was the same dad did the lightsabers in the Walmart. And so this kid just picks up this toy lightsaber, starts swinging it around, and he's having the time of his life. He's having this very big imagination, broad imagination. And his dad would go in there, edit the video, and make it look like it's a real lightsaber, and he's really swinging it around and all that. And so I cannot stress it enough. If you have kids, make sure their imagination is... make sure they're using their imagination. Because someday they could become, the next big movie star. They could become the next Mel Brooks. They could become, Mr. Beast on YouTube, become that big, that famous. And, it all comes down to imagination. So, but anyway, I didn't want the video to go on too long. But of course, it's me, so it always goes by. It always takes forever because I got a lot of ums and and basically and all that stuff. And but anyway, go ahead and leave your favorite childhood memory in the comments. Go ahead and hit the like button as well. Subscribe if you have not already. I cannot stress that enough. It helps me out, and it helps me see that people are actually enjoying watching my videos. I'll leave the description leave in the description the links for my Twitter, my Facebook page, my Instagram, as well as my page on Facebook. Not my personal page, but the page for this channel. But that is all I have for this episode of PikeSpeaks. Hopefully many more to come of this new series. But I do enjoy just talking or whatever. If you guys want to hear some more voices, maybe I can do a video compilation of some of my voices. And, if you guys enjoy them, I'll post more of them down the line. But, alright guys, remember to always smile and laugh. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, life is a comedy.